The illusion of more. Imagine a desk buried in post-it notes, a calendar blocked out from dawn till midnight. Your phone vibrates with 6 Slack notifications while you're in the middle of writing an email that was due yesterday. Sound familiar? For many founders, this is the daily reality. But what if it's not just a scheduling problem? What if complexity is not the price of ambition, but a quiet saboteur of it? In a culture that glorifies the hustle, simplification might sound like surrender. But in truth, it may be the most radical and effective act of strategy available. Let's start with your brain. In the 1950s, researchers discovered that rats would press a lever repeatedly to stimulate the dopamine centers in their brains. They'd ignore food, water, even sleep, just for another hit. Today, many founders live in a similar loop. Only our levers are emails, launches, funding rounds, metrics dashboards. Dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with reward and motivation, drives us to chase novelty and achievement. But here's the twist. Dopamine doesn't make you happy. It makes you want more. The result? A lifestyle of constant striving, overcommitment, and mental clutter. You mistake busyness for progress and stimulation for meaning. The philosopher Alain de Botton once wrote that being busy is a way of avoiding the deeper questions in life. For founders, complexity often becomes a kind of armor, a way to signal importance, even to ourselves. Look at my calendar. Look how many people need me. Look how many spinning plates I'm managing. But under this armor lies fragility. When everything feels essential, nothing actually is. And that's when burnout sneaks in, not as a dramatic crash, but as a slow erosion of clarity, joy, and purpose. Cognitive load theory, a principle from educational psychology, explains that our working memory can only handle a limited amount of information at once. Overloading it leads to decision fatigue, anxiety, and reduced creativity. Simplification, then, is not about doing less for the sake of laziness. It's about cognitive sustainability. It's about creating space for the kind of thinking that actually moves the needle. A study from the University of Minnesota found that people in tidier environments made healthier and more deliberate choices. The same applies to our mental workspace. So how do you actually simplify? First, subtract. Ask, what are you doing that no longer serves the mission? What meetings could be emails? What products, features, or ideas have become zombies, undead, and consuming resources? Then multiply. Double down on what matters. Build systems that protect your attention. Use tools like the Eisenhower Matrix to separate the urgent from the important. Create a not-to-do list as vigorously as your to-do list. Don't just organize your life. Edit it. Cal Newport calls it deep work, the kind of sustained focus that generates your best ideas. But deep work doesn't survive in chaos. It needs calm. Design your days around rhythm, not reaction. Block time for strategic thinking. Leave white space on your calendar. Use tech intentionally, not habitually. Most importantly, reclaim boredom. As counterintuitive as it sounds, idleness can be fertile ground. It's where subconscious problem-solving happens, where creativity stirs. Being a founder often feels like being the engine and the steering wheel at once. But simplification reminds us, you can't drive well if the windshield is dirty. The goal is not to do more. The goal is to do what matters, without burning out, selling your soul to productivity, or losing sight of why you started in the first place. Simplifying isn't shrinking, it's sharpening. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, Don't add another tool or task. Subtract, clarify, breathe. Because sometimes the most powerful move is not acceleration, but alignment.